y'all. Yes, y'all. You know what it is. It's them kids and wives and 9 to 5s, but we are still married to the games. 118. Yes. It's your boy, Gabe Patillo, with Tim Router and Timothy Hall, of course. And as always, we are talking games and life and games. Thank you guys for being here. It is in full swing, baby. It's Hanukkah. Christmas is coming up. New Year's. Oh, man. We are getting it right now.
Is it me or did this year just fly?
It flew by.
Okay.
For sure.
Just
I
making
bought
sure.
my house in May.
Wow,
That's
really?
crazy.
Yeah. Really
oh my
did
God,
fly.
it seems like just yesterday.
I was about to say, if you asked me, I would have guessed 2 months ago.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, what, September?
Feels like it.
That is nuts.
Oh, we're getting old.
So here
people.
we are. Here you guys are. Thank you so much for listening. For those who've been riding with us all year, we really appreciate the support. Thank you so much. You guys are the best. Tim Router.
Oh yes.
What it do?
Oh man, it's the holiday season.
The holiday season.
It's crazy. Yep. This past weekend was Franklin's own Dickens of a Christmas, which was pretty cool. We had on Saturday and Sunday they close Main Street down, and there's a few vendors, and there's people dressed up in Victorian era for the Christmas Carol, and there was a lot of people this weekend, so it was good.
How was the weather?
It was just overcast, and
was it cold?
It wasn't terribly cold. It actually wasn't that bad, so it was
was
good.
Supposed to be sunny. Krista and I went, and it was like bumper to bumper, shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
So yeah, it's a lot of fun. It really gets you in the holiday spirit, and Piper loved all the singing. I took her around for a little bit, and she was just crazy. And then
Is she always crazy?
Oh yeah, certifiably. She's nuts. And then Jenny came by the store to pick up their Christmas cards toward the end, and so we had a mini play date with Amara and Piper at Mellow Mushroom, and the two of them were essentially. It came down to they were dancing in the middle of the hallway, not the hallway, but like in the middle of the restaurant. They were essentially
the walkways.
Dancing. It was crazy. They're so.
I'm just
cute.
glad they're keeping their clothes on now.
Yeah, that's very true.
We're working in the right direction.
Yes, we are. We are working in the right direction. There have been a few moments where Piper has lifted up her sweater, and we're like, no, put it back down. But it's just funny, like. Because when they're in the store, they're like running up and down from the front to the back of the store, just giggling, and it's super cute. But they just get in this crazy mode, and it's really cute to see.
Do you ever say like enjoy that energy while you have it?
No, yeah, no.
Well, not yet.
Not yet. Haven't been there yet, but but yeah, I went to a hockey game last night, which was really cool. Predators versus the Bruins. I took my father-in-law and 2 friends of mine.
Nice.
I had gotten those from a silent auction that helped benefit the Vanderbilt Children's Hospital a couple weeks ago. And I got them for dirt cheap, and I was 4th row from the glass, baby.
You guys were close. When you sent that picture, I was like, oh, snap.
Dude, it was awesome. It was so great. Like, there were a couple checks right in front of us, and the ground shook when that happened, too.
Oh.
My father-in-law was next to me, and one hit, and he was like, "Whoa!" He was like, "Hey!" He got thrown back a little bit. It was great, man. It was a lot of fun.
Win?
Yes, we did. It was a 2-2 tie, went into overtime, and then went in a shootout, and we won.
Oh, so, that's exciting!
Wow.
Yeah. So it was, it was really cool. I've never been in a shootout scenario or overtime or anything, but it's funny to watch a lot of grown men act like Neanderthals every once in a while. I don't know what it is.
I know that's right.
Like hockey games, just like. Fill people with testosterone, and they just start saying stuff. And I'm like, dude, there's kids like right behind you. Relax. It's a hockey game. We're good. Just enjoy the game. So, but we had a really good time. My voice is a little shot just from shouting. And man, we got Mr. Justin Timberlake on Friday. I got a packed week this week. It's pretty cool.
Oh, that's right.
Justin Timberlake is coming to Nashville, and I'm really excited. We saw his previous tour. Gabe, you saw him just last a year ago.
Last December.
Last December. So I'm really looking forward to this show. I think it'll be great. So that's an early Christmas present for me, which actually it's more Lauren's birthday present that I got her. But yeah, so that'll be good. And just I have a ton of gifts to wrap. And it's crazy. Work it's still there. And probably by the end of this week, everything should start slowing down. But I still have quite a bit to do. So it'll be a lot of staying up a little bit later than normal at this point. I haven't been able to play Far Cry the past 2 days, but have I told you that I really like that game? I think I have, right?
It's so good.
You mentioned it.
It's I think I'm close to 50 hours and not even halfway through all the main stuff yet.
No way.
And honestly, I don't even use some of the cars or anything. Like the buzzer is still my favorite thing. If I see it, I'll use it. But I'm just walking around, running around, still skinning people. I have to figure out, I have to complete one mission to unlock and expand my wallet because I have too much money. Like my wallet's already almost full. I've bought almost all.
You just got to make it rain. That's all.
That's true. I am making it rain. I've bought almost all the weapons that are available to me now. All the signature weapons that have been unlocked, I've just bought because I need to buy something. So
nice.
There's no shortage of money in that game.
No, and it's just great. There's no shortage of a lot of things. I did my first clearing of a fort on top of an elephant, which was freaking cool.
There you go.
That was just so awesome. I was like, okay, Hall, here we go. This one's for you. So and it was right near, like there was an elephant just boom right near it. And I'm like, all right, buddy, you and I, let's go, Dumbo. We're hopping on this thing and we're having a ball. And it was so fun, man. I'm like, this is the greatest game ever.
That is hilarious.
So yeah, it was a lot of fun.
And then when they take the elephant down, you can get the, the flesh pieces or whatever?
Yeah, my elephant was on fire for a little bit and still kept killing fools. It was amazing. And I never got off. I just kept going until it was over. So, oh man, that game is just so much fun. So that's
nice.
That's pretty much it right now for the Router household and just gearing up for the holidays. We are not going anywhere, which is great. So we're not making the drive up to Jersey. It'll be nice.
Sweet.
That's it for me.
Hall.
Gabe.
Oh. Finished tour.
Yes.
So that's nice. So I'm home for the rest of the year and life is good. We are painting the house. Which is not so fun. I
told Gabe coming in before we recorded, said, hey, welcome back. Here's your list.
Exactly. The honeydew list. Yeah, the honeydew list is in full effect. I'm trying to think, man. I didn't get a lot of gaming in this weekend. On the last weeks of tour, or the weekends of tour, you just are handling so much stuff. And so I just kept forgetting to plug the PS4 in. Because I had that on the road. The Xbox One is here, still with 0 games for it. But I didn't get much gaming in, so I did a lot of Runner 2, like I was saying, on the Vita.
Nice.
Did a lot of Hearthstone because of being on the iPad Air 2. That thing is fast as a beast. Oh my gosh, it's so crazy different. It makes me so depressed that I was like, that I thought the iPad 2 was great. Like this new iPad is just like, it just smokes it. It's not, I mean, like doing the arena and everything, like, anyway, the animations are just so much faster. It's crazy.
Hey, can I ask a quick stupid question?
Sure.
Did you sell your other iPad, and if so, where?
No, I gave it to Amara.
Oh,
that's
nice.
What I was just about to say, like get a kid's bumper case. And
exactly. I was like, guess what?
Yeah. She's
You're getting an iPad.
Yeah, we have
a sticker on it that says Naughty Dog.
Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, that's what we have. That Piper has Lauren's first gen one. It's like a huge clunker, but we put that little rubber around it, and she's beating the crap out of it. It's great.
Yeah, exactly. So she's got that. I'm trying to think. I don't feel like anything happened. Our bus broke down, so we had to switch buses. That wasn't fun.
No way.
Yeah. Fortunately enough, though, it broke like one of the turbos went. So it was still drivable. So the bus driver got it to the venue. So we didn't have to like switch in the middle of the night, which we've had to do before.
Oh.
And that hurts.
You guys lease or own?
Lease.
Okay.
So they just sent another bus up for us. And
good man.
We took that one back. Yeah.
I say that awesome. Like you're the one that foots the bill for the bus.
Yeah, I'm the one who made the decision.
All right, money bags. Yeah, no, that's smart. And don't most artists do that anyway? They lease it out that way. They don't have to worry about all the troubles.
Yeah,
it depends.
Some people buy it.
Country music and bluegrass, they typically own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they tour so much.
I know. Nonstop.
At the end of the day, they save a lot more money if they own it.
Country music is the biggest genre in this country.
Mm-hmm.
And it's called country music. That's funny.
Yeah, it's working at being the biggest genre.
Yeah.
Pop music it's probably the biggest genre. But if you take pop music, it's still like dwarfs everything. It's crazy. We were just looking at numbers the other day of like country top, ones and pop music top. I mean, pop music just reigns supreme. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. I was just saying, basically, with country, you can go anywhere in the country, and a country artist can do well. That's what I'm kind of trying to say. Sure.
That's why they freaking win Idol all the time, and all these, singing shows. They're like, it's the built-in audience is crazy, and devout. I think that's it for me, which is super boring. I wish I had. I can't wait to like kind of get settled back in. I just got home Monday. And I can't wait to get like settled back in and back into our routine and back gaming.
Oh,
can't wait. Yeah, so I'm excited about that.
And back to your freaking birthday next week.
Oh, yeah. Sometime next week is my birthday. I don't know what day. I think
Gabe, here's
Tuesday.
Your birthday and Christmas present.
Exactly.
That's right.
It happens all the time.
You get screwed. That's awful.
Yeah, it's all right.
Does that just make you want to, like, if somebody has like a June birthday, be like, here's your birthday and Christmas present?
Exactly. I should start doing that. That'd be hilarious.
It's a good idea. I like that.
Halsifer.
Yeah.
Give it to us. What you been doing?
Wish there was much to talk about. I've been working nonstop just because I want to get everything done by Friday.
Yep.
Friday, Krista's grandma is having a little get together because there's a bunch of birthdays during the the end of this month. Her grandpa, her mom, and her stepdad, all three have birthdays at the end of this month. So I think they're going to be celebrating them this Friday.
Oh, wow.
So we're wanting to go and celebrate with them this weekend. And also, too, it's a way to meet up for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
I think we'll be coming back maybe Sunday, and then I think my mom might be coming up, but maybe not, or coming down, but maybe not. And then her or Krista's mom is coming to stay with us from like the 26th until New Year's, maybe. So we've got all kinds of stuff going on, and I've got a lot of work I'd like to get done before then. So
there you go.
Nice. It's nice that everyone's coming to you this year.
Yeah, exactly. I have the house.
Yay.
And I kind of want to eventually try to make us the hub, or we're trying to anyway. So.
That's good.
That's right.
And I think, a lot of our family is moving to town too, so we'll see. Other than that, I've been, doing a little gaming here and there, but it's all iOS gaming. So, basically Peggle Blast, which is a blast. So I think I'm up to, I'm on like the third or fourth character now. So every time you play through a string of levels, once you get to the end of them, like I said, you can either pay or you can wait like 6 hours for them to open them up for you. And
so you wait the 6 hours.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, shoot, I got so much stuff going on. For kids, I can understand because they're like, oh, no, I want to play now. But for adults, we're like, well, I got to go to bed anyway. So
exactly. Exactly right.
So much fun, too. I mean, like, if you haven't played Peggle before, here's a free way to get into it and see if you like it. So, and I'm sure that everybody that, like most people that try it would like it. it's a game that appeals to a lot of people. So if you haven't checked it out yet, I mean, it's free. You really have no excuse not to. A lot of fun.
I need some more iOS games. Like I went through, and obviously with getting this new iPad, like I cleared out all the crap that I don't play anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm literally down to the main screen and one extra screen.
That's kind of like me too, man. I'm right there with you.
8 screens on my other iPad. And so I need some games. So we need some suggestions. If anybody's listening, tweet at us real quick with some great suggestions for iOS, because I do not know what to play right now besides Hearthstone and Plants vs. Zombies 2. That's all I'm playing. It's crazy. Router.
Got it.
Well, let's do it.
New releases this week. Really nothing. Not a whole lot's going on. Everyone's like, okay, that's it for us. The end of the year. We're done.
Mm-hmm.
Loadout for the PS4 is coming out, and Killer Instinct, the complete collection for the Xbox One.
So they've released all the characters now, I'm guessing?
I believe so.
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing that is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sounds like they've released them all, and they're out and about for your killing pleasure. So the charts are, again, not posted for the previous week. So we're going to do pre-orders again like we've done in the past. So I'm always curious about that every once in a while. I think it's good to remind people that, yeah, there are some serious games coming out of this next year. So number 10, Tom Clancy's The Division for the PS4. Number 9, Batman Arkham Knight for the Xbox
I feel like we
One.
haven't seen anything on The Division in a long time.
Nothing. I haven't seen anything on that. But
And I'm excited about that crap.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a good game.
That's one of those games like I'm excited about, but I'm a little worried about at the same time. When a game gets like overhyped, but then again, that game's barely been talked about. So
I mean, they did gameplay 2 years ago.
Is that how long it's been?
It's
been
got
a while.
It's got to be. It's got to be.
Golly.
So yeah, number 10 was The Division. Number 9 was Arkham Knight, Batman Arkham Knight for the Xbox One. Number 8, Elder Scrolls Online for the PS4. Number 7, Monster Hunter 4 for the 3DS. Number 6, The Elder Scrolls Online for the Xbox One. Number 5, Halo 5 Guardians for the Xbox One.
Yeah, I bet.
Number 4, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt for the PS4. They have that classified as role-playing. Isn't that more like action-adventure, or is it considered an RPG?
I think it's like an action RPG.
Yeah.
It's
weird.
a mix. Yeah.
That being said, I still own number 2 and have not played it. So.
Right. Number 3, Dying Light for the PS4.
Oh, yeah.
Number 2, Batman Arkham Knight for the PS4.
Interesting.
Number 1, The Order 1886 for the PS4.
Wow.
Really?
And they haven't, clearly there's a typo in here. It says The Order 1866. So
that's a different game.
There's a 20-year difference, but okay. It is The Order 1886. I am getting
1866 is the prequel.
They're doing it already.
That's right. I am very excited for that game.
It's like when they announced Walking Dead season 5, like right before it started, they were like, season 6 it's already coming.
Right.
What?
We know this is going to work.
Yep. So there you have it.
That is funny.
Those are our top pre-orders.
I love it.
We got some good games coming.
Give us something.
There's actually a decent amount of stuff to talk about. I
was a little worried. I was like, oh man, it's going to be a little rough, but it's not too rough.
Yeah, not too bad. And I think at this time of year too, like, well, I want to say there's a lot more going on in the community to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
For instance, Lizard Squad, who has been shutting down everything we love slowly.
Right. Yeah.
every time I'm on the PlayStation Network, like, and I try to get to something and it just like hangs, I'm like, dang it, Lizard Squad.
You just figure it's them. That's hilarious.
Yeah, I went to go
on them.
Yeah, I went to go get into the store like maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, and it just sat there. Like, it didn't give me an error message. It didn't do anything. It just like sat there with the theme screen and just didn't go to the store. I was like, man, what are you guys doing?
You think it was them, or it just hung up for a second?
No, I think it was them because it happened a couple times, and it was during the time when those stories kept popping up.
Sucks.
I was like, this has to be them. Anyway, yeah, they've been basically exposed and shut down by a hacker group known as the Finest Squad.
Lizard Squad is gone?
Yeah, they're shut down big time. The Finest Squad, I think, was literally just put together for this purpose. They went through and got all of their account information and just posted it online and took them down.
Interesting. Huh.
And I thought that was, I mean, that's kind of the thing is that, like, you know, I don't know how many times I've heard about a hacker group making things suck for everyone. So, you know, they kept taking down PlayStation Network and Xbox Live.
Right.
One of my
didn't they crash Dota too?
Oh, probably.
Or Dota 2 as well.
Dota 2 too.
Dota 2 too.
One of the associates at one of the clients I work for had mentioned that he's like, "What's this Lizard Squad?" He said, "My son logged into Xbox Live last night and it had a message that said like Microsoft pwned by Lizard Squad."
Oh, geez.
I was like, man, yeah, they're in the news a lot. And
besides just inconveniencing people, what is the end result for you as a hacker? That you were just able to accomplish it? Like, good for you, I guess, but don't screw it up for everybody else.
Yeah,
like,
that's just about having, you know, feeling like you have the power.
Yeah,
probably.
It's a totally
power. I'm gonna jump from something depressing like Lizard Squad, but I'm glad they're gone. To the Humble Bundle. They started in 2010. We've talked about them before. They're the pay what you want guys over at humble.com, and you get, you know, a couple games. Usually they'll have an average of what people are donating, and part of the proceeds go to charity. And they've passed the $50 million mark.
What?
for giving to charity.
Wow.
Since 2010, they've donated $50 million to charity, and I think over $100 million back to the developer, because it's divided up. So, you know, part of the proceeds go to charity, part of the proceeds go back to the developer, and 15% stays with Humble.
Holy cow.
I just thought that was awesome because it's such a creative way for people to give back to the community or to charity. And it's a pay what you want system, and it really shows that people are more generous than we give them credit for half the time.
Exactly. That's awesome, man. Wow.
So I love that, because it's not like
Finally,
everybody's like, $1.
Right.
$1. You know what I'm saying?
Finally, some good news. That's great.
Exactly. So the good news never usually makes it out. So we're going to bring the good news. We can bring
That's
it.
right.
Halsifer, give us something else.
I really like this. The Final Fantasy composer is going to be recording a record at Abbey Road Studios.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, it's really cool to see that studio still get used, because it's, you know, all studios are in some point of disrepair at this point.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, they're going to be recording an album which includes music from Final Fantasy VI, Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy X. That 10 was an odd choice over a couple other ones, but and it's going to also include music from Kingdom Hearts. So,
oh, sweet! Gosh, I love those games. I wish I wanted to play my PS3. I'd replay those games if I wanted to dust it off.
Why is that still not on Vita?
Why is it not on Vita? Come on, Kingdom Hearts. Gosh, who's that? Square Enix? Come on, Square Enix.
Come on, Kingdom Hearts, the company.
Come on, Kingdom Hearts LLC.
Exactly.
The album's going to be called Symphonic Fantasies Tokyo.
Yikes.
And it's coming next year.
That's catchy.
Yeah. Riveting. Hey, Hall, speaking of studios, have you gotten a chance to watch the HBO series Sonic Highways?
No, I haven't. And
man, you have to.
They still haven't. Well, that's the thing, though, is like, I mean, I guess I have no excuse, because it'd only be like $10 a month to add HBO.
Yeah. Man, you need to see
about
it. You'd be all over it. It's
I'm sure. Basically,
so
a lot of people in the engineering circle have been talking about the series. Like they're like, it's a little kitschy because it's it's got to have some appeal.
Is that the Foo Fighters thing
to the public?
Yeah, Dave Grohl goes to like 8 different cities and they record a song in each city and talk about the music history of that city.
Mm-hmm.
Nashville, of course, was one of them, and I've been following it since day one because I watch it when I get my shots too, and it's really great. Like he does a really good job, and it's just cool to see how somebody's finally like preserving the integrity of studios and of just the musical history that this country has, which is really cool.
Nice.
Well, and it's kind of a swan song for music recording because it's gotten to the point where this equipment is really old, and eventually there's not going to be very many people to maintain it anymore. Like as far as like keeping up with the knowledge and the like all the technical information of the console. For instance, when the company I used to work for, when they have somebody go out to fix one of their consoles, which they still have consoles in a lot of studios in America.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they got to send like a 20, 30 year veteran to go out there and work on it because it's kind of one of those things where it's almost like working on a classic car. Like it's a lot better if you have somebody who is familiar with the car and has been working on it for a long time to kind of make some say so on it. And also too, none of the manuals are available anymore. So, I mean, the company I used to work for, they have like a giant, I mean, like it's like a room devoted to old manuals. And if you call them up, like they can get you some of that information, but like, still, if you're a guy who has never worked on a console before, it's going to be kind of cumbersome when you get this information. So it's interesting that they're, doing a lot to kind of preserve that heritage. But, studios as we know it, sadly, there's many musicians I've met who have a pretty good rig just in their home,
of course,
and don't plan on ever going to a studio. So.
Right.
Sad to see it in the shape it's in, but like I said, it's really a swan song to the studio. Mm-hmm. So check it out if you haven't.
Yeah. Total side note. Sorry about that.
What were we even talking about?
Kingdom Hearts
Fantasy
and Final Fantasy
right. And
composer.
Kingdom Hearts LLC and
Abbey Road.
Yeah, come on,
Kingdom Hearts LLC. And and Abbey Road. Yep.
I've got to give a big shout out to Barry Cohen, one of our listeners at S Warrior. Please welcome Abigail Lilly to the Married to the Games family. Born at 9/11 this morning. That was back on December 16th. Congratulations.
That's awesome, man. Congrats.
Having a little baby. That's the best.
Little baby girl.
Yeah, raise her to be a gamer, and hopefully she'll stay out of trouble for a long time.
That's right.
Don't let her go to the mall and stuff. I'm just joking. Let her go to the mall, but she can only go to GameStop. Flappy Bird.
And done.
Yeah, exactly. End of story. It was the most searched game on Google this year, falling at the 5th spot overall in the world in 2014.
What?
Flappy Bird.
Flappy Bird?
Yes.
Wow.
Behind Robin Williams, the World Cup, and Ebola.
There's a movie.
Yeah, exactly. And then the 6th most what is question, like when you start typing in what is in Google, 6th most overall went to Gamergate. Exactly. What is Gamergate, which is going to be an answer on Jeopardy, hopefully a year from now.
Yes.
Alec, what is Gamergate? So Flappy Bird, 5th most searched in the world. That's crazy.
Wow.
If you want to get a glimpse into like popular iPhone culture, go to Dave and Buster's.
Oh gosh,
have so many games based on all that stuff.
Yeah, they've transformed them all into arcades.
Yeah, they have freaking Flappy Birds. Krista and I went with my brother-in-law and his girlfriend this weekend, and they had like Flappy Birds, Temple Run, like all these different like popular iOS games that became games.
What's
Fruit
the
Ninja?
Fruit Ninja. Yeah.
Love me some Fruit Ninja.
That was
Crazy.
the first one I ever saw. They have Mario Kart.
Yeah, that's
Two,
true. It's a much different version of Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Played. So, it was funny. Krista was playing that game where you have to hit the button and you have to like make it land on the bonus. Like you have to hit it with a mallet.
Right.
And she figured it out. Basically, you have to just kind of let it drop and hit the button. She won like 1,000 tickets.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Which gets you like candy over at Dave and Buster's.
Yeah, exactly.
That's like already expired.
Is awful.
It's already expired candy too. It's been sitting there forever.
That Nerd's Rope was a little crunchy.
Yeah.
A little too crunchy.
That's
Freaking
awesome.
disgusting. But I thought that was crazy, man. Flappy Birds, just to take the world by storm like that, I thought was insane. Give us something else.
Borderlands Remastered, I guess, was listed in Australia and then taken down.
Really?
Or it was listed by their ratings board. The rumor is that 2K and 2K Australia will be like listed as publishers on the game, which basically means that it would be a remastering of Borderlands, at least 2 and the pre-sequel, maybe 1, 2, and the pre-sequel.
So what you're saying is I have to go get that?
Yeah, exactly. If they brought it to PS4, Gabe, will you play it?
No, he won't.
I might.
No,
you never know.
He won't.
I can't believe you don't like that game. It seems like it would be a game up your alley.
It's not about not liking it. I'll try it again.
No, you won't.
If it comes to PS4, I'll definitely give it a try again. How about that?
Okay.
That works.
Definitely.
If they bring it to PS4, I'll play the pre-sequel there.
Yeah, agreed.
Because otherwise I'll get it on my Mac.
So we're all in agreement. Like, we haven't touched our PS3, right? Like, it's on its way out.
I haven't touched it. I want to say I have.
I won't.
It's hard.
I'm not going to put it. I'm not going to take it around back, but I'm going to keep it with me for a little while. But it's just like, you want to fire it up. You're like, oh, okay.
I mean, I want to fire it up over. I'm serious over. What's the name alone? Over Kingdom Hearts alone. I want to fire it up, but I just can't bring myself to do it.
Let me just say that since we got like our newer car, like I don't even drive the old car anymore. So
exactly
there's a direct comparison for you.
It's the exact same thing, man. It happens.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness gracious. Little Big Planet 3 has got some DLC costumes for all you parents out there. Frozen.
Oh,
Anna,
nice.
Elsa, Olaf.
You're
Sven,
kidding.
Kristoff.
That movie
all
has
there.
a freaking long tail, man.
Yes,
oh my gosh.
It does.
I don't remember Aladdin and stuff being like this. I mean, Aladdin obviously got a video game. Frozen hasn't gotten a video game yet, which is good.
It will. Just wait for it.
Well, why doesn't it have an iOS game or something? Does it?
I don't think so.
Licensed games all went to iOS. There was a big story about it.
Because it's cheap?
Well, because it's cheap and because like kids spend most of their time there. Like
they're on the phones. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like if they're playing like, if young kids are playing an Xbox or a PlayStation, it's for the more serious games because really that's all they make on those platforms anymore. Yeah, they don't make licensed games really for PlayStation and Xbox hardly anymore.
Well, the costumes are going to be $2 each, or you can get all 5 for $6. And they're getting and then Little Big Planet is getting a winter creator kit, of course.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Is it? I'm just joking. Yeah, it's probably very cool.
Somebody kept posting, like when the Final Fantasy VII story came out, like the Final Fantasy VII on PS4, people kept saying, no thanks, I'm playing it in Little Big Planet. And I went and watched the video. I was like, this is nothing like Final Fantasy VII.
I know. It's so weird.
You guys are crazy.
Trust me, I almost brought that up as news one week. Like somebody recreated Final Fantasy VII in Little Big Planet. And not really.
I
mean,
really
you have the
I don't know how to say it.
Not really at all.
I think here's the thing though. I didn't bring it up because I didn't want to poo-poo it too hard because that was a lot of work for somebody.
It definitely was.
and I think it was what 2 or 3 years in the making in Little Big Planet 2.
Really?
And
holy cow! I didn't know it was like that long in the
because
tooth.
it's all the dialogue and everything.
Like it's the entire game.
I don't think it's the entire game, but it's a lot of. Well, I think they said it's the entire game, but obviously it can't be the entire game. I mean, it's still very linear when you have to play it on freaking Little Big Planet 2.
Of course.
But they did a really good job of like recreating the opening cinematic and everything like that. Like that took,
they did.
I mean, hats off just because that took a lot of work. Oh my gosh. Couldn't imagine. But one of our guys in the community just beat it.
Like, cool.
Beat Final Fantasy VII. And he said he's going to do a little write up on it. And I can't wait to hear what he has to say about it because that's freaking awesome.
I would love to be able to forget that game and then play it today.
I know, but do you think it would suck?
That's the thing. That's what I would want to know.
Shoot, man, that'd be a tough one. Give us something else, Hall.
Looks like Sega's going to be bringing more of their properties to TV shows, maybe movies.
Sega.
They're going to be doing adaptations, hopefully, of Golden Axe, Virtua Fighter.
Really?
Altered Beast, Crazy Taxi, which that'd be kind of weird. Shinobi and Streets of Rage.
Wait, to what?
They're going to be trying to be bringing them to TV, maybe web video.
Huh.
You know how Machinima kind of does do Mortal Kombat and what's the other things that they do?
Street Fighter,
the Halo series.
Halo, Street Fighter, yeah.
Yeah. So looks like Sega's trying to do the same kind of thing with their properties. And I think it could be very successful in just promoting the brand, if nothing else.
You think so?
Well, and I think that people really want these more well-done stories.
I was going to say, is it more for a nostalgia piece than anything else?
Maybe. I mean, if you look at... So it's much more possible to get a more polished product nowadays. I mean, video cameras are really cheap and easy to get. Yeah. Basically, if you look at the first Mortal Kombat, the production budget for that movie had to be maybe $40 million, maybe.
Wow.
Whereas the budget for the Mortal Kombat, this web series that they did, had to maybe be, in the low millions, I would imagine, maybe like $2 million. And they did a really good job with it. So I think, nowadays, like, you can get that content done better and focus more on the story, maybe.
Interesting.
I think that they did a really good job with the Mortal Kombat Legacy series. It was really cool, really fun to watch. So, and it promoted the brand, promoted Mortal Kombat. So,
do you think it makes you go buy the game?
I think it makes the game. Maybe it just like makes the game more, like makes you more interested in the story or seeing like kind of what goes on in the game. Maybe, I'm not sure.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what it would do, and I think they're kind of doing this more as just an overall promotion thing. So maybe they're just like writing it off as marketing or something.
Right.
Maybe. Yeah.
I could see them doing that because they've already got Sonic out there, kind of like doing all the promotion to younger audiences already.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody's probably just paying to license Sonic, so like they don't have to make that. So maybe like Sonic's bringing in enough revenue for them to just go ahead and try this. So
and think about it, isn't Sonic like the flagship person or the character that equates to what Sega is?
He's their Mario. And like I said, they've been making like Sonic shows for years, and I'm sure they're all profitable because they keep making them. So
right. Interesting. Well, I hope they don't jack that up because it's so easy to mess stuff up like that. I wanted to bring this up. It's kind of a good news, bad news thing. More bad news than good, but I thought this was still kind of cool. Isaiah Austin is a basketball player out of Baylor, 7'1".
What?
That's a tall brother.
Wow.
so Isaiah Austin, he was gonna look like he was going to the NBA. You know, they were like, oh yeah, he's gonna be one of the top draft picks in June. Anyway, a week before the draft, he was diagnosed with something called like Marfan syndrome, a genetic disorder that affects the body's connective tissues. So he had to bow out, which obviously sucks.
Oh man,
it can be fatal. That's why they, he can't go play basketball, which that sucks. You know, you work your whole life for something and then it just gets snatched away from you, which is terrible. But Adam Silver, the commissioner of the NBA, promised Austin a job with the league upon him getting a college degree, which I thought was really cool.
That is cool.
But then 2K Sports, who obviously makes NBA 2K, went ahead and like fully rendered Austin in the game anyway.
Oh, cool.
And so he gets to still be a draft choice in the free agent pool in the game. So you can still recruit him and play him as a character in the game. So I thought that was kind of cool. And
that's really cool.
Hopefully he gets, some joy out of that and seeing him, seeing himself in the game and, part of the NBA in that way. I know it's like pales in comparison to actually playing in the NBA, but like, shoot, man, those games look pretty good.
Heck yeah.
Second, that's second best.
Yep.
So
I like that story.
Yeah.
That's nice.
I hate that he's not going, but I love that like 2K and these guys and Adam Silver is doing that kind of stuff. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah,
people are stepping up, man. That's really cool.
Yeah. Did I see this right? The Xbox outsold the PS4 in November. No surprise.
No excuse not to.
Exactly. And I think they're keeping the sales going. And then I saw that the PS4 kind of came down a little bit in price at Target. I think they were having like a $370 something with 2 games or something. I was like, a little late there, player.
That's right.
But
you know where I think this ends?
Where does it end?
I think next month they just say, and it's $349 forever.
You think for who?
The Xbox?
For the Xbox One. I think they did so well with it that they're just going to say, let's just keep doing this.
Yeah, I think that model of lower the price, lower your margins a little bit, but you've got the demand is still there and the volume you can make it up in volume.
Mm-hmm.
I think that model is probably going to stick for this one. I agree. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. I don't think you can go back after all this.
Yeah, that's just my prediction.
Right.
We'll check in on it in January. I mean, because if you look at it, if you don't look at, like, let's completely disregard Black Friday sales because that was one weekend out of this entire thing. Like, I know that Black Friday probably accounted for a lot of sales. However, I mean, I know just one of my brother-in-laws, for instance, like he went out and bought it for $349 just straight up. Like sometime in November. So I know a lot of people probably did that. When you look at it, it's, PS4 with 2 games for $399, Xbox One with 2 games for $349, and they did pretty well on it.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I think that they'll maybe just keep it, going into next year, but we'll see.
Nice. You got anything else, Hall?
Scott Clark, aka Scotty Lindsay,
yes,
on Twitter. He sent us a story. I love this. He was basically saying, I know this is what Hall was like talking about with like raising your kids with like playing old platforms and how this can kind of help them.
Yeah.
He sent us a link to a story where a father had raised his kid playing through all of the generations like in order.
Oh, wow.
And his kid had 120 stars in Super Mario 64 by the time he turned 7.
Oh, my gosh.
And at 8 years old, he beat Spelunky on his own. And then I heard that he beat the even harder mode.
Oh, my gosh.
Like in the game. So like basically doing very well in the game at 8 years old because he had gone through and acquired those skills from retro games, which were very hard.
That's which were way harder than games nowadays, it seems like.
It's pretty crazy. And I think Andy Baio is the name of the dad. His son's name is Elliot. He said his favorite games right now are Nuclear Throne and Minecraft.
Nice.
8 years old, man.
That's pretty cool.
Well, we have so much history to draw from. Like, basically, if you have a kid now, you can start them out as Elliot did. I think Andy had said he started his son out on Pac-Man. I'm trying to remember all the story, but he started him out on Pac-Man, moved him to Atari, moved him to Nintendo. And basically said, like, his son got good, or was getting really good at Pac-Man just from a very young age. I think he said he started him out at like 4 years old.
Wow.
So if nothing else, it's a great way to work on coordination and motor skills, if nothing else, because those games are very, Twitch responsive. Old games are.
Oh yeah.
Whereas a lot of new games have, they know that there's going to be some part of lag in your chain somewhere, so they kind of are more forgiving, I think. So
do you guys think that the older games are harder than modern games?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, because back in the day too, like, even if you take it back to, let's say, Super Mario Brothers, like just as a regular base thing. Let's say you just pick it up and you're playing it. Let's say you're doing fine. You're doing okay. You're dying here and there, get an extra life here and there. I'll die. And then, this part's really hard. Die. You're starting over, Jack, at the very beginning. Like that in itself makes the game harder, that you can't just continue where you left off. Like when you die, you're dead. It's funny. I was playing Shadow of Mordor on the bus, and Toby was like, so if you die, you just go back to that tower? And I was like, yeah, pretty much. He's like, huh. He's like, man, shoot, back in the day, if you died, you had to start over. And I was like,
yeah,
I know that's right.
Exactly right. Oh, my God.
Starting Shadow of Mordor all the way over, like, hey,
no,
you got 8 lives. When those 8 lives are gone, you're starting over. Yeah. So I think that in itself made it hard. Mega Man? Oh, go back and play Mega Man now, and you will get your butt handed to you.
I beat Mega Man 2 on like I'm trying to remember what phone it was. I beat it on like a phone that I owned though. And that was hard enough as it was, because it wasn't a real controller. And I just remember it being a nightmare.
Right.
So.
Oh,
that's a trip.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles back in the day. Those games.
I always wanted to ask
hard.
that.
Yeah. Battletoads.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even like easier games like track and field, because there wasn't no, like, you had to figure it out. Like, especially if you went to the arcade, there's, obviously there's no instruction manual, but like, you're like, okay, so I hit this, and then how do I do this, skeet shooting? But you know what I'm saying? Like, it didn't have a lot of explanation to it. You just had to figure it out. And along the way, you're going to lose. And then you have to start all the way over and try to work your way back there. Oh gosh.
It seems like, the main difference between retro games and games made today is that games made today, though they have like New Game Plus and all that different stuff, like, it seems that they're very much leading you down the path to play the game once, experience the story once,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Whereas, Mario Brothers and just 1, 2, and 3, I know that I played them multiple times because you had to start over.
Right.
So
we all know that first level, like,
games.
we could play that first level with our eyes closed. Probably.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I love that Fruit Loops commercial where they're playing Mario Brothers. Have you seen that?
Yeah, it's great. It's so great.
All right. You all out?
That's it.
Well, every week we ask you guys a question. This last week was no different. And I actually got it up on Twitter only a day before the podcast, but I got it up there.
Hey, at least you got it up there. That's all that matters.
Exactly. The question was stealth or run and gun. Starting over at the podcast, over at the forum for the podcast. Our boy Ed Placencia, he said, I always go into a mission sniper rifle in hand, determined that I'll be in and out like a ghost and no one will. Oh crap, I accidentally fired my non-silenced machine gun. Oh crap, they all see me. Oh well, I guess I have to kill everybody now.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, that happens to me too.
yeah, exactly. We know it doesn't happen to you. Brian Walden over on the forum said, if it's not required, I am run and gun for sure. stealth just takes too long.
That's the beauty of it, though, man.
I know you love it.
Like in Far Cry right now, if I don't liberate a fort without being detected, I start over. Or with being detected, I start over.
No way.
Yeah, I'm that obsessive with it, because if you do it undetected and disarm all the alarms, you get like 1600 XP. You're guaranteed a skill point, like just like that.
That's true.
Nice.
For me, like, it's kind of like how, like you said, you start over. Like, a lot of times if you're trying to do stealth and you get caught at the last minute, you either have to start over or you kind of just lose your progress.
It's the worst feeling. Like, I was down to one more guy and he spotted me and I'm like, crud. Like it's weird. I like taking my time because, like I said last week, because you get to look around and see more things. And I'm like, oh yeah, I didn't know that was there before. Or, oh, this is really cool how they're doing this as you're going along.
That's true.
I think the reason I do run and gun too is because I like the action movie aspect. So I'm like, how many of these dudes can I take out by myself?
Right.
Kind of thing.
There you go. Lombax Whisperer said, I'm run and gun because that's the way the Master Chief rolls.
Hey,
that's
nice.
Over on Twitter, Delvin
and he also
Cox
doesn't aim down the sights either.
at Delvin_Cox, shoot everything in sight.
That's awesome.
Jamin Bassett said, I always start stealth, but halfway through I get spotted and just shoot everything.
Yeah.
Aaron Bonner at Techno Rosen, run and gun. I hate feeling restrained and like I can't fire my weapon freely in fear that I'll alert enemies. I say, bring it on. I love that. And then a lot of people said they do both, somebody said, a lot of people were like, I kind of like run and gun. I kind of like using stealth. So I think people just kind of jump back and forth a lot. But
the great thing is that most games allow you to do both.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's what's awesome.
Yep. I like that. Well, you guys know where to find us. Twitter.com/MTTGcast, Facebook.com/marriedtothegames, marriedtothegames.com, marriedtothegames.com/forum. Come check it out. People are talking and conversating and getting together and playing games together. It's awesome over there. And Hall?
Rate us on iTunes, LLC.
Nice.
Locked and loaded.
Locked and loaded. Kingdom Hearts LLC forever.
Come on, Kingdom Hearts. Let's get into some questions.
Oh, that's good stuff. I have a quick question because, Paul, you just mentioned it. Do you guys always look down the scope when you shoot?
I'm
depends.
Like back and forth on it. Like Call of Duty, you kind of have to.
Yeah.
But, Halo, like they haven't ever done that. I think Halo 5 might. I want to say like Halo 5 might be the first
pistol
one.
You can look down the sights?
Well, you can zoom the pistol.
Oh, that wasn't considered looking down the sights?
You can zoom certain guns, but like the Halo, man, that's just like a game where you're just from the hip most of the time.
Really? You can't look down this? Wow.
Yeah.
I may not like that game.
I didn't know that.
No, trust me, it's really not that hard. Like once you play it, you'll have an appreciation for not looking down the sights.
Yeah.
I've always been a guy that if especially in Call of Duty, if they unlock you get more accuracy from firing from the hip, because the accuracy is really bad firing from the hip in Call of Duty. So if they give you a perk, I always get it because I do love firing from the hip because I just love running and jumping and shooting, and I don't need to be down the sights all the time. But I feel like I did Destiny down the sights a lot.
I did that.
Yeah,
that's all I do. All I do is down the sights.
Well, a lot of games have a penalty for not doing it, but Halo 5, they're going to have aiming down the sights, but it's not going to give you a penalty for shooting from the hip. So you can do either because the series has always been shoot from the hip.
Nice. So, I did not know that.
I didn't know that at all.
And I guess it could kind of make sense in the canon because you can say like Master Chief doesn't need to aim. Like, he's that good.
Nice. Nice. All right. Sorry about that. All right. Let's move forward. Email Travis, our boy Travis P, friggin' nutcase. The community sent us an email. The community that formed around the show turned out to be a bunch of good-hearted, awesome people. We share our lives and our love for gaming. Even though we only know each other digitally, I feel like we are a great big family. I've been a part of many other forums, and this is the only one that I feel welcome, feel equal to other members, except Paolo, because he's purple. I'm sure you had no idea when you started all this that it would turn into something so incredible, so I think I can say this on behalf of the community. Thank you, Tim, Gabe, and Tim, for the dedication and commitment, the laughs, and all the stories. Thank you for answering all of our questions, even the ridiculous ones. You have brought so much joy and happiness to us all. We wish you and your families a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. God bless. Don't forget to head on over to the forum and get your vote for Game of the Year.
Nice.
Travis, man, that is so awesome. Yet we cannot thank you guys enough as well. You basically took the words right out of my mouth. We didn't expect any of this stuff to happen either. And I love our community. I continue to feed off. Like I continue to have hope that with all this Gamergate and all this other stuff happening and all these stupid people that are on multiplayer doing whatever, that we have a community that is mature, that respects other people, and is just in it for the love of the game. And you couldn't ask for a better community like that. So
you really couldn't. Thank you, Travis, for saying that, because I think we all feel exactly like Router was saying. Like, we kind of, it feels like we looked up, 2 years and a couple months later, and we're like, man, all these guys are freaking awesome, man. This is crazy.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. We really
you always want to hang with them.
That.
So yeah, it's pretty incredible. So that was a nice Christmas came early for us. That was really great, Travis. Thank you.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Matt Myers sent us an email. I was just working on clearing out my backlog of games this week. I managed to beat Diablo 3, Shadow of Mordor, and Wolf Among Us.
What?
And that's pretty amazing.
Nice.
And I started wondering if you guys typically wait until you beat a game to move on to another one, or if you just move on to the next game when they come out and leave the old game unfinished. Definitely the completionist in me. I finish a game before I move on to anything else.
Yeah. I like doing that. I accidentally, during Call of Duty, Router let me borrow Shadow of Mordor, and I jumped ship from Call of Duty.
So you didn't finish the campaign?
No, I still haven't finished it.
That would make me break out into hives, dude.
There's a lot of things that make you break out into hives.
That's very true, actually. The earth just makes me break out into hives.
Gravity.
Oh, it's funny.
And so that's the first time I did that in a long time. But usually I like finishing something because it's really hard for me to go back and finish stuff.
Yeah.
It depends. Like, if you've got a longer game like Skyrim, you could jump back into that reasonably, I think.
Yeah, you could.
Because once you get your kind of reins of the world again, like, you remember where you're at. Because the story is kind of moot in Skyrim, I think.
It really is.
Oh, is it?
It's kind of second.
It is, yeah.
It's secondhand to just going to all these other places to unlock things.
Interesting.
Like with Skyrim, if you were to just play through the story and finish it, like, you'd probably be pretty disappointed. Like, if you didn't do any side stuff.
Huh.
Yeah, that's a good point, Hall, because there's so many other side stories.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's kind of what I did with Skyrim. But then again, when I came back to it, like, so what I did was the first time I played it, I played like 40 hours and didn't finish it. And then I went back into it, started from the beginning with a new character, and then went all the way through to the end.
Oh, nice.
So,
nice.
I mean, it kind of depends on the game, but I mean, if I'm going to leave a game unfinished, typically I won't come back to it because it's just something like wasn't keeping me there long enough. So,
there you have it.
That's awesome.
Good question.
Moving on to Facebook, Forrest Wargum. Hey guys, I won some fantasy football money and I expect to get some Christmas money. And I was thinking about getting either a Wii U or Xbox One to go along with my PS4.
Yowzers.
Which would you choose and why? Or do I stay with the PS4?
Wii U this year, Xbox One next year.
Really?
I think I'd have to say that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
The Xbox One will have more good stuff next year.
Yeah,
you got to remember. You got to remember that the Wii U titles are like all to themselves.
Yeah, nobody else has them.
Yeah. There's not a lot of games. Like when you want that Nintendo feel, you're not going to get that from the PlayStation or the Xbox. Where with the PlayStation, if you have it already, there's so many cross-platform games.
Yep.
You know, like we were saying a couple weeks ago, we don't know if there's that reason really to go out and buy that Xbox One.
Yep.
If you're looking at, you know, if it's up in the air, I'll say Wii U.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I mean, and I think the price for the Xbox One, I think you're right, Hall. I think it's going to stay for a while. They may extend it.
I don't think you'll have any trouble getting it for like $299 next year. Like,
and I have to say as a disclaimer too, if it was the other way around, if he had an Xbox One and was asking about PS4 and Wii U, I would still say Wii U.
Yeah,
would you really?
I think so too.
Yeah, I think I'd jump ship and say PS4 on that one.
I would say Wii U because I would say get a PS4 when Uncharted 5 comes out. Or Uncharted 4.
4.
If you wait till 5 comes
Uncharted
out, that's going to be a while.
Yeah, that'll be a while.
But the PS4 will be real cheap by then.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. But yeah, Wii U's a great choice. It's got there's all kinds of fun stuff. Nintendo is here to stay.
I wonder how evergreen these consoles are going to be, just to have a tangent real quick, because the cost of development is so high at this point. Like, do they really need to go any further in resolution and make the budgets even higher?
I know, go to 4K. Yeah. I was having this discussion with some guys the other day, which shout out to Bad Gamer. He's a YouTuber, and we met at one of the shows this last week.
Oh, cool.
And got to hang out for a second and just talk video games. And he's a dad and husband, and it was hilarious because I was like, well, he was like, yeah, I do Let's Plays, but I suck at video games. That's why it's called Bad Gamer. So
nice.
Go check out Bad Gamer on YouTube. But he was saying, I forget where I was going with that.
You lost it.
Oh, you had me so interested.
I know. Sorry. I even did an intro for the guy and everything.
That's hilarious.
I don't remember what we were talking about.
I think that's interesting, Gabe, that you said if it was the other way around and he had an Xbox One. I would say this next year, I think PS4 is going to do pretty well with The Order, Uncharted. I would go like PS4.
Know, but
this
that's what I'm
next
saying.
Year.
I would say if it's next year, buy the PS4. Like Hall was saying, next year buy the Xbox One.
Right.
But this year, if you're talking about like this week, buy the Wii U.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
For sure. I mean, basically, I think holiday 2015 will be like yes, I bought this console for a reason. Like,
right.
Like holiday season, because you'll be like, there's enough. I mean, there's a lot of good games already here, but I think by holiday 2015, it'll be like, okay, everybody else has gotten on board and made their games. Like, we're finally like these consoles have grown up and been sent off. And by that time, I think, honestly, maybe holiday 2015 will be like the last time you see a big budget title make it to PS3 and Xbox 360.
Yeah.
So,
and you know what else? I think by holiday 2015, I think a lot of people are going to have both consoles. At that point, I think PS4 and Xbox One are going to basically be in everyone's homes.
This is my first time having all three consoles.
Right, exactly.
The fact that I have the Wii U, the PS4, and the Xbox One, feels crazy.
I hope to have that same setup by the end of Christmas.
That's right, Bishop.
Lauren, hint. Hint.
Get on it, woman.
That's right. But I think it's going to be, there's going to be a lot of people that have both, and which it could be kind of cool because then the fanboy divider lines are going to hopefully start to crumble, because there are still some pretty serious hardcore fanboy people back and forth. They're just like keep saying that each other's consoles suck, and it's like, come on, people.
Yeah, like how can you even do that?
Yeah, you can't say that anymore. It's a moot point. It's just based on your preference. It's all gamer preference now. And I think those lines are going to start getting washed away pretty quickly, and people will have both.
There you have that.
Boom. Jeremy Silva, Facebook. Merry Christmas to all. It's the holidays, and you somehow invited 3 celebrities along with the family over, and you're about to play some split screen action in the living room after a big lunch/dinner. Who are the 3 celebrities, and what are you playing?
I say Fallon, Timberlake, and Aziz Ansari, and we're playing whatever because having all three of those guys in my house would be incredible.
That's huge, dude.
Go big or go home.
That is huge. That is awesome.
I think we're playing the arcade upstairs.
Yeah, I think you are too. Oh, man.
Hall, who are you having over?
That's a really tough one. Go, Router, I want to hear yours.
No, I'm still thinking. I can't think of them. Oh, man. Well, I think the game that we would play would probably would be like Mario Kart. But I don't know. Shoot.
Maybe I would have Adam Sandler over and we would play Shadow of the Colossus so we could like relive Rain on Me or something.
What is that?
The movie.
I don't know that movie.
Of course, I'd have to be Don Cheadle at that point, or I could just have him over, I guess.
Yeah, you could be one of the other guys. That's hilarious. I mean, ask for 3 celebrities. You have Adam Sandler and Don Cheadle are 2 out of the 3.
That's completely random.
My gosh. That's hilarious.
Why not?
I mean, Gabe, you shot that right out the box. Like you knew. Boom.
Yeah,
I like the JT idea. I like, man, Aziz Ansari is funny, man.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Man.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Ansari. I don't know. We're going to have to keep going because I'm blanking.
No way. You don't have any celebrities that you like?
I don't know.
Are you not a big celebrity guy?
No, not
okay.
really.
You don't have to be. It's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I don't know. I like movies, right? Like I don't. Okay. All right. I'd have Chris Pratt.
There
JT,
we go. Here we go.
Chris Pratt, JT, and
Jamie Foxx.
Sure.
They'd be like, man, we have not all been in the same room before.
At all, ever.
That's why it'd be hilarious.
That would be really funny. Yeah, let's go with that. I love that. And we're playing, you know what? Screw Mario Kart. We're doing Just Dance.
Gee, I wonder who would win.
Yeah.
Oh, Jamie Foxx.
Exactly. Yeah, that's awesome. Kidding. All right, so Chris Pratt, Chris Pratt, JT, and Jamie Foxx. There you go.
I love it.
Good question, man.
Paul, do you have anybody that could join Adam Sandler and Don Cheadle?
Adam Sandler and Don Cheadle?
And one more person. You need a third.
How do you top that?
Gabe Patillo.
Oh,
yeah, that's right.
Look at that. There
Gabe
you go.
Patillo as Darius Rucker.
That's right.
There you go.
As Medea.
No, I'd have Darius Rucker as Gabe Patillo.
There you go.
Nice.
And I'd be like, man, you know, everybody says that you look like Gabe Patillo.
Can I get your autograph, Gabe?
That's awesome.
Exactly.
Oh, good question, Jeremy, man. That was a stumper. Thank you.
Don Cheadle.
He's a good actor.
He's an amazing actor. This is like the last person I expect to have over at your house.
And to pair him with Adam Sandler.
Oh, God.
They were in a movie together.
So good.
I want to be a fly on not your wall, but your neighbor's wall as Don Cheadle's walking into your house. You're like, what is up with those guys?
Why the heck is Don Cheadle going into Hall's house?
Oh, gosh.
And would you like a piece of pie?
See, Adam Sandler, everybody would recognize. Don Cheadle, they'd be like, that guy.
Who's that guy from that thing that one time?
Right. I know him.
And of course, Darius Rucker, they'd be like, Gabe Patillo.
Exactly. Be like, oh yeah, Don Cheadle, Adam Sandler, and the guy that Hall does his podcast with is over at his house. Oh my
it played Shadow of the Colossus of all things.
That is so funny.
Oh man, the mind of Hall. That is a brilliant,
That's a decent movie.
Yeah, no,
I've never even heard of it.
Take it.
What's it called?
All right.
Rain on Me.
Is it a funny movie or what?
No, it's not funny.
No, it's serious, I think.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, moving on. Jeff Swan.
It's not funny.
It's all defensive. It's not funny, man. Shut it.
Oh, no, it's not a funny movie.
No, it is not. Okay. Oh. Jeff Swan, what's a bad habit that you either have now or had in the past?
Oh, that's it. That's the end of the question.
Yeah, sorry.
the way you read that.
What's a bad habit that you either have now or had in the past? I'm now up talking.
Exactly.
So there you have. Because of my allergies, I sniff all the time, and I know I do it, and I can't stop.
Oh, so you sniff even when you don't need to sniff?
Yeah. It's just a tick now.
Yeah,
it sucks.
The podcast is about 10 minutes shorter because I have to take out all the sniffs.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, it's a horrible habit, but it's just, thank you, allergies. It kind of hits you.
Halsifer?
When I talk sometimes, like I'll be like, when I'm trying to think of something, instead of going silent, I'll be like, what's the word? What's it? I'll keep like saying things.
Like English is your second language?
Yeah, exactly. And then I'll
Awesome.
come out sounding like Frosty the Snowman. Happy birthday. Or something. Which I've realized that Frosty the Snowman and the guy from Everybody Loves Raymond have pretty much the same voice.
Yes.
They're both voiced by the same guy. I would say not stopping eating when I'm full.
Yep.
Is a bad habit. I'm like, I'm full, but I still have all this food on my plate. I should probably just keep eating.
I had to think about that for a second. Have you ever thought about putting less food on the plate?
Right.
No, that sounds ridiculous.
It does sound ridiculous.
That's outrageous, sir.
Me and my wife eat out so much that I'm not usually the one putting the food on the plate anyway.
Right.
It's a conspiracy.
Yeah, exactly.
They're like, let's get him
keep
fat.
Gabe fat. Yeah. You're like, oh, we want him to be the chubby ninja. If he's not chubby, then come on now. He's just a ninja. That's not weird.
That's not fun.
That's not unique.
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
Nothing unique about that.
There's nothing surprising about his ninja skills if he's in shape.
He's got to keep up that chubby ninja LLC. Come on.
That's right.
Hello.
Can't change it.
All right, we got a good one here on Twitter from at Delvin Cox. Best and worst 90s sitcom. Ooh, that's a good one.
Is there any bad ones? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I mean, that was a decade of some really solid ones, man.
Oh.
I mean, Friends and Seinfeld are probably best for me.
They're the elite.
They are definitely the elite. It's hard to say worse.
You know, it's funny. I never got into Friends all like that.
Oh,
really?
It's so good.
Oh, man, that show.
I know it's funny because I watched one the other day and definitely laughed, but like I just never was like, ooh, I got to watch Friends.
Right.
I'm going to go, my favorite's got to be Saved by the Bell.
Nice.
And then my least favorite, I wouldn't know. I didn't watch my least favorite.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, your least favorite was probably canceled. So,
exactly.
Oh, maybe not.
Yeah.
I need time to think about the bad one. What do you got, Hall?
Step by Step is terrible.
What is that?
I never
You
saw
don't remember Step by Step?
No, I never saw Step by Step.
It had the guy from Dallas in it.
No.
Mm-mm.
Step by step, day by day. Just go look it up. It was like a cheap Full House, basically.
Oh, man.
It was really
gotcha.
well known. I'm surprised you guys don't know it.
No, don't know that one. What's your favorite?
Man, it's probably Friends. Chris and I watch Friends all the time.
And it's still funny, man.
Oh, we've
Still
seen every
funny.
episode so many times, but it's still funny.
Yep.
And Gabe,
Gosh.
it's coming to Netflix on January 1st. So
I know. I can't believe it. That's awesome.
great.
yeah, you should.
We own 5 of the seasons.
Oh, you.
He
Never
still
mind.
hasn't watched
I'm
it.
talking
Yeah.
to somebody who's already the expert here.
Yeah, right.
Forget it.
Jenny loves Friends. Loves it. Gosh, I don't know about a worst.
Yeah, I don't either. I'll go with I'll tag along and go Step by Step.
Yeah, I guess
Because clearly I haven't watched it. So if Hall says it's bad, we know it's bad.
Right.
There's gotta
like
be
Silver Spoons or something.
Yeah, and there's got to be some that I'm not thinking of.
Yeah, I know there's a few that we're not thinking of either.
Mm-hmm.
But
people are screaming at at the podcast.
They're
right
all
now,
like,
"How are you not naming this one?"
Yep. All right, we got to keep moving.
I will say the first season of Married with Children is hard to watch.
Yeah.
It's not very good.
Was it not very funny?
Yeah, it's kind of surprising that they kept it going.
They did keep it going for quite a
Did
while.
get renewed.
Yep.
I mean, after that, it was decent, but the first season's just really bad.
Yeah. At Joe Boston 617, have you learned non-gaming skills from gaming? I'd like to say I learned how to drive from playing driving games. It reminds me of that story, Gabe, that you had about the kid who was in the car and his parent or somebody either had a stroke or a heart attack or blacked out and ended up driving the car, and he learned it because
right.
from Mario Kart, which I thought was pretty amazing.
That's right. I think he was driving with his grandma or something.
Yeah. I definitely think I have learned things from gaming, like just problem solving. I think my problem solving skills and just, taking a second to step back and look around at your surroundings to figure out something has really helped a lot in not only in my programming for web and other things, just being able to kind of take a quick second, look around and assess things. I think it's definitely kind of sharpened that a little bit more.
Nice. I'm way better at basketball this year than I was last year.
Awesome.
Just from playing one season of NBA 2K.
That is awesome.
Like I noticed I played with the guys the other day, and I don't ever play because I suck at basketball. And I was like setting picks, and
look at you,
like 85% from the field.
Nice.
It was awesome. I was like, what is going on? Who is this?
The chubby ninja.
Yeah, and they invited me to play again. They were like, dude, why don't you come play more often? I was like, I'm not good at basketball. They're like, you were like defensively crazy out there. I was like, all right, well.
And you were like really
NBA
good
2K.
at the Grammys last year.
And weren't you on that Christmas special just a few weeks ago?
Yeah, I just had my album come out. Holy water beard.
Yeah, that's right. Hall, how about you?
Cinematic stuff. So like playing a game and they're kind of showing you the different camera angles and stuff. Like rule of thirds is just something that you kind of naturally have sometimes, or like naturally think about when you're taking a picture or you're doing cinematography. And
what's that?
Well, the rule of thirds is like basically you're dividing the screen up into thirds horizontally and thirds vertically, and you're kind of placing elements when you're either filming them or taking a picture so that they look appealing to the eye. That's kind of why movies are in widescreen.
It's a grid format.
Yeah,
basically.
It's a grid format. Mm-hmm. And I think it's helped me like in making videos for my clients because we kind of know how to place the camera better because of that. So, games,
are you more of an offset? Do you like to offset things a little bit? Or are you more dead center kind of a guy?
I definitely like to offset things when it's needed. Sometimes like the center area is needed depending upon what's going on in the background.
Right.
But I'm always kind of just playing around with things because I see different things in gaming, and we don't really think about it that much, but they are basically showing us a lot of movie clips through the CG and stuff like that. And that stuff has to be thought about, storyboarded. So that's one thing that I, take away from gaming all the time. At Mass Effect, for instance, like the dialogue scenes are so much more interesting because they do all those different angles and kind of place things.
Yeah, you're right. Except for Commander Shepard and his voice acting.
Yeah, exactly.
At Calmed Fury, favorite / least favorite Christmas movie. For him, his favorite is Elf, and his least favorite is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I don't know how that could be your least favorite because he's kind of a classic, celebrating his 50th anniversary this year.
Yeah,
but
really?
The movie is good because of my nostalgia. But if you look at it from a pure value today, like. Yes. You can tell it's 50 years old.
Of course.
So
yeah, I'm actually with you on that one. Elf is by far my favorite. The Christmas Vacation is a close runner-up, but I always watch Elf. My least favorite is the Rudolph and Frosty's special. It's a 2-hour special where they do Christmas in July, and it's just long and like,
painfully bad.
It's just painful. And it's not, definitely, that's my least favorite Christmas show. Yeah, it's Rudolph and Frosty's Christmas in July. That's the name of it. And it's 2 hours long.
Yikes.
Yeah, it was a beast.
My favorite's probably got to be, Elf, man, became a classic. That's crazy.
Yeah, instant classic.
I really do enjoy like, Charlie Brown's Christmas.
Nice.
Still, just because it's so old school and it's such a same thing. It probably hasn't aged well, But
Right.
like something about it I just really love. Something about it just says Christmas
Exactly.
to me.
Lights, please.
And then right. And then I think my least favorite is probably The Claus 2 with Tim Allen. He did that Santa Claus movie,
Dude.
which I actually liked the first one.
I
but
love
think
the first
second
one.
was
after
awful.
one, it just goes downhill.
Oh yeah. I think
Yeah,
the
what
third
the
one
heck?
was worse than the second one, by the way.
The third one is on borderline unwatchable.
Oh, and I had to see.
I didn't even know
watched,
they did 3 of them.
I watched it in the theater, dude.
Ooh.
I was like,
Lordy.
this hurts. It hurts.
Yikes.
It hurts.
Paul?
Yeah.
For a favorite, I mean, it would have to be between the Grinch live action movie.
Oh,
and
man.
Elf, probably.
You talking about the one with Jim Carrey?
Jim
Yeah,
Carrey
that's
is
such a funny
awesome.
movie.
And
I never watched it.
It's funny because of Jim Carrey.
It is.
Right,
He,
of course.
he really outdid himself on that one.
Oh,
Really?
absolutely. Oh, and Jingle All the Way. Love that too.
Oh,
Which one's that with Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Yes.
I haven't seen that
Hilarious.
one.
Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sinbad.
And Sinbad, that's right.
That's who you should have had over.
Shoot,
Dang
yeah.
it, man. If
Can't go
only.
back now.
Can't go back.
Well,
Turbo Man. Let's see.
that's
For
a good
worst,
question.
like I was trying to think of a worst because, like, honestly, with a lot of the older movies, like I give them a lot of benefit of the doubt because they're
Right.
so old. But
Yeah, of
there's
course.
this one, and I can't remember the name of it, but it's where like Santa Claus like decides to take a holiday or something, and it's like an old. It's kind of like the same thing as Rudolph, like where they use the they're not clay, they're like wooden
It's
characters.
the animation. It's called The Year Without a Santa
The
Claus.
Year Without a Santa Claus. God, that movie is terrible.
Oh, I watch it in the car almost every other day because Piper loves that one. It's the one with Heat Miser and Snow Miser,
Yes, yes.
and Santa
What?
Claus is sick, and
I
so all the
didn't like
kids
that.
give him a day off. Yeah,
Never heard of that one.
it's
either.
good.
It's
I actually
very
like
funny
that one.
because they have people singing who really, really can't sing. So
Oh,
it just
yeah.
sounds really funny.
It's awesome. It's gonna
Yes.
snow right here in Dixie. Oh yeah, it's hilarious.
Really?
Maybe I'll have to try to watch the whole thing. I haven't gotten through the whole thing.
It's good.
I just can't.
Come on over. I've got it. We can watch it with Piper.
Maybe I need to have kids. Like
Yeah.
that'll help me get through it.
Yo, you will power through it, my brother. You will power through it when you have children. All right, we are out of time, so here we go. Settle. This is from Ryan Hillis at RC Hillis. Settle an argument. Die Hard, Christmas movie or action movie?
Both.
I think that is a great question, and I say both.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't see the Die Hards till way later in life, so they're not. They're just action movies to me. But it's
Yeah.
kind of like saying, like, are they all done at Christmas? Like in the movie, is it Christmas?
In the movie,
I-
the original, yeah,
Oh, so they're just talking about the first one. It's
yeah,
not
they're
like,
talking. It's not the series. It's the first Die Hard, Christmas movie or action movie.
I think it's both because it's very easy to watch that movie during Christmas
Yes, it is.
and enjoy it. So,
hmm
huh?
So it is a good Christmas action movie.
Interesting.
Yeah. Argument settled. Boom.
Yeah, there you have it.
That's a wrap, Jack.
That's it.
I mean, if you want to keep going, I got a few more.
No. Hall's probably got to get
yeah,
him out
we
of here.
got to go.
Alrighty.
Well, we'll save him for next week.
Yes, I will do that.
Which I think we're going to do video again.
Yes, can we?
We should try it. So
I
we can
mean-
save all these questions and we'll carry them over.
Okay.
How about that?
I'm doing that right now. I'm saving them.
Does that sound okay?
Yeah, I'd love to do another video one if we can, because that'll probably be our last one, right? Because
It might be our last one of 2014.
that's
yeah.
right.
Crazy town.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you guys so much for the questions and interacting with us in this way. We love it and we appreciate you guys. And I can't believe the next time we're going to be talking to you guys, it's going to be Christmas. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's nuts. I'm Gabe Patillo. That is Tim Router. That is Timothy Hall. I didn't point that time. I looked, just for those that were wondering.
You're switching
Yeah, I
it up
just
a little
kinda
bit.
Turned my chair. And we are married. Wait. Shoot. See, I almost ramped that thing up. I knew I was forgetting something. Question of the week. Most disappointing game of 2014.
Ooh, I like it.
Router, you have one off the top of the head?
You know, I'm gonna say it's a tie. Destiny and Unity.
Wow.
Yeah, I said it.
Even though you liked Unity,
I liked them both, but as far as all of the hype that was surrounded both of them, pretty did not live up to the hype.
I have to go with Destiny as well.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm going with a game I didn't even play. Murdered Soul Suspect.
Yeah,
and Plants vs. Zombies 2.
Yeah, that's right. You did not like PVZ 2.
Yeah, it's good. It's just not as good as 1.
Mm-hmm.
To me personally. Well, like when you first got it, you're like, what are all these ads doing?
They got you.
Yeah, they got me. I hate that. So yeah, most disappointing game of 2014. You know, we don't usually like to bash games, but this is not bashing. This is your personal opinion about what disappointed you in 2014.
There you go.
Before we get to the good stuff next week.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
All right. I'm Gabe Patillo. Back to pointing. That is Timmy.
That's awesome.
That is Tim Router. And we are married to the games, and we are up out this thing. Peace!